Hello and welcome to Ramaging with Devi. Today we are going to be talking about the case in the Supreme Court about Sabarimala. Sabarimala is a Hindu temple in Kerala, and the temple never allowed women between the age of 10 and 50 entry into the temple. And there was a case in the courts wanting women to go to the temple, and it was accepted. So now women within the age of 20, 10 to 50 can also go to the temple. And this case in the Supreme Court is to repeal that judgment before. So they want to go back to the status quo of not allowing women into Sabrimala. Now, why do they don't want women from 10 to 50 into Sabrimala? It's because of the off chance that women might be menstruating. So it's a known fact within the Hindu ecosystem that women who are in their periods don't go to the temple. So it's not allowed. It's a big taboo. And I'm not going to go into the theories of why this is the case, when it happened, and stuff like that. I'm just going to talk about the here and now. As we stand today, in the times of quantum physics and people going to moon and wanting to go to Mars, women not going into the temple because in their periods is still a thing. So think about it. The God that you're faithful to, the God that you believe in, doesn't want you to come and pray to him or her because you're in your periods. What kind of God is that? What kind of a value is that? Now, from my own personal experiences, I understand this phenomena because I come from the culture. I was born in a South Indian city. I was raised there. So I was taken to this belief as a default. I didn't question it. I was a card carrying feminist when I was in my teen, 14, 15 years old, but I never questioned it. The first time that actually I questioned it or I thought about it really was when I was 19. A bunch of us from our university, we went on a trip. And then in that trip, we went to a temple. And a friend of mine, she came to the temple and she was in her periods. And I was like, hold on, how are you doing that? And she was like, why not? Why shouldn't we do this? And that was the first time I actually thought, why not? Why are we not doing this? And since then, I follow that approach. It opened my eyes, and I've been to temples when I've been in periods. I think my mom will be really upset when she hears this because I don't tell anyone. Why don't I tell anyone? It's because everyone surrounding me, whether it's my family or friends who have studied science, whether it be engineering, sciences, or medicine, they all follow this archaic rule. They don't to the temple during periods. Some of my friends go to the extremes of having pills that will postpone their periods so they can attend a puja or some such thing, or go to the temple, something like that, or a wedding, a few things like that. I've discussed this with many of my friends, and always I get a pushback saying, it is our belief. Why are you questioning our belief? And this is why I'm saying, what kind of a belief, what kind of a God doesn't want you to come and pray to him or her when you're having periods? So the God accepts your prayers in the temple when you don't have your periods, but can't accept it when you are in your periods? Really? And is that a proper belief? And people say, you're talking things about the Hindu belief, you're bringing down the Hindu belief. I think reform should come within the religion. The biggest voice against sati was Raja Ram Mohan Rai, and he was a practicing Hindu. So if reform doesn't come within the religion, it's not going to come anywhere else from outside. So as women collectively, as Hindu women who are born and raised in this culture, we should all be questioning this. And the time when I felt really bad was when my daughter came and asked me, oh, Amma, can't we go to the temple when we have our periods? And she must have been in about year 8 or year 9 when she came and asked me this. I didn't tell her that this is the case. She wouldn't know. She was born and raised in the UK, so she is not part of the cultural practice as we are in India. So it's not the norm for her. So if I didn't tell her, she wouldn't know. And how did she get to know? She got to know because some kids in her class, when they went to a temple as part of the religious education trip, they didn't go into the temple because they were in their periods. And I'm thinking, really? And that was a really low point for me. Why are we perpetuating this kind of archaic, not fit for purpose, not fit for the time value beliefs to the next generation? And people keep on asking me, oh, why are you talking about feminism? Is feminism even needed in this day and age? Oh, look, all Indian women, they're going to college and university and have a job and things like that. It's precisely due to things like this. And we need to think about ourselves, and we need to think about the beliefs that we have. Or a case in a court not to allow women to a temple, and in a progressive state like Kerala. And if you look at the stats in Kerala, whether it be women education, the average lifespan, infant mortality rates, everything. Kerala is a progressive state. They are in the top three in the country. In fact, comparable to the European countries and some Scandinavian countries as well. So even in a progressive state like that, we have this archaic thing going on. We need to wake up, people. As women, we don't wake up and stop this nonsense and stop perpetuating to the next generation. Do you think the gods we believe in is going to come and save us? I doubt it.